First, it was Honda, which spun off a separate luxury line, sold in separate dealerships, with Acura, Toyota followed with Lexus, and then Nissan followed with Infiniti.
Now it's South Korean automaker Hyundai's turn. Their Genesis line will now have to be sold in separate dealerships, and starting this fall, a brand new model. We check out the Genesis G70 as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. Harvey, I don't think I've ever seen one of these before.
No, you haven't, because it's not on sale yet. This is the new Genesis G70, and it's coming to showrooms later this fall once they get all their new dealer network set up.
So this is a sneak peek.
Yeah, exactly.
A sneak peek at a luxury compact sports sedan with its sights set on the competition. Some very stiff competition. Genesis may be fairly new as a standalone brand, but the G70 arrives fully baked, a contender that cedes no ground to the competition.
This is a compact sports sedan, so you're really looking at the Alfa Giulia, the BMW 3 Series, Audi A4, Infiniti Q50, and with this one, with the 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 that makes 365 horsepower, you're looking at the high-end performance versions of those cars as well.
And those other high-end performance cars cost a heck of a lot more than this Genesis. Pricing isn't set yet, but a base G70 with a 4-cylinder turbo expected to start around $35,000, and you can get it with a manual transmission. This loaded V6 all-wheel drive, probably around 48 grand.
If you spec out a comparably equipped BMW 340 to this car, you're probably looking at a $16,000 to $18,000 premium for the BMW.
But it's a BMW.
It's a BMW, and sometimes that little rondelle on the front of the car is that valuable to people. And what we're talking about here is a new brand that doesn't, you know, it doesn't transfer any cachet onto the driver.
There's no heritage yet.
Right.
There will be.
There will be. And like Lexus, you know, it started out and people went, well, you know, I'll take a chance on it. And, you know, what'll happen here is people look at this, they'll drive it, they go, you know, this is a pretty good car. And for $50,000, it's a lot of car. And, oh, by the way, not everyone has one. So I look like I maybe know something a little more than
trendsetter.
Exactly.
And your reward for being so trendy, that comes when you get behind the wheel.
This drives very much like a traditional sports sedan. It's, you know, tight, it's light, it's nimble, it's fast, really fast, 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. And it's just one of these cars that's fun to fling around on a back road. And then you look at this interior, and they've really nailed it.
And like all top-of-the-line luxury cars, the G70 comes fully loaded with every safety and comfort option available.
Beautiful stitching on the seats.
Knobs.
Knobs, yes, these great knobs. And feel them. These are not plastic that looks like metal. These are metal. So all those touch points really impart a sense of quality to this car.
But no car is perfect. It's not a car for you if you have to haul adults around in the back seat on a regular basis.
And there's plenty of room up front for the passengers, but when you go in the back...
Ooh, this is where the compact part comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
But if a roomy back seat isn't an issue, the G70, when it eventually hits a new Genesis showroom, should be on your list.
My first impression of this is, wow, they really nailed it.
Would you buy this car?
I would buy this car in a heartbeat.
That is a pretty car, and I misspoke before, it's not a Hyundai Genesis, it's a Genesis. It's a new brand.
They're separating Genesis from Hyundai, just like Lexus from Toyota and that type of stuff. So they're building those separate dealerships now, and that's what's holding up these cars coming into markets. And they'll start flowing into markets. I know there's a dealer in Milwaukee set up now, Boucher dealer. But
no service. They pay for everything.
They pay for everything, yeah. And
oils, windshield wipers.
All the routine maintenance is paid for, and then they will come pick up the car from you and leave you a loaner car and take it back and do all the service and bring it back to you, so you never have to go to the dealership once you buy the car.
You had this car for about a day and a half when we shot that.
Right.
A week later, what do you think?
A week later, I am My impression did not drop a bit on it. It's a really solid automobile. I give those guys a lot of credit for doing really good work. You know, the boys at BMW and Lexus need to watch their back.
All right. Genesis G70.
Yes.
Coming to a showroom near you. All right, Harvey. Ridesanddrives.com for all the information on this car. And lots of more stuff.
Don't drive through standing water, please.
Absolutely. No matter what you're driving.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Harvey. Thank you.